match, it's really going to be difficult for them to overcome that disappointment from yesterday.
Well, the predictions are in. Euronics Gaming will be tested right now, but this is the Clash of Clans esports and anything can happen. It's time for our first semi-final. It's Euronics Gaming versus Vatang.
Yeah, we're kicking off this with the very first attack coming in with the Zap Lalo. We're going to try to see the value that he wants to get with the lightning spell. Drops it right there onto the clan castle. Let's see if he can help take that down and then fly his way around.
Slenderman is an all-star for Euronics Gaming, really well known for his attacks, but will his defenses hold up against one of the players best known on the Vatang squad for being able to knock down those triples when his team needs them the most? He hasn't scored one yet this month, but he is one of the most experienced players on this Vatang squad and will be launching in with a 3 Lava Hound balloon comp. We've seen a lot more of these Lava Hound heavy attacks this month so far, choosing to rely on that tankiness out in front of the balloons rather than going for a long queen walk. What do you make of that, Carbon?
Yeah, I mean, usually when you come in with the Lava Hounds and you come in with the Lalo there, the lightning is huge, but it depends on the value. As long as you can get the value down with that charge, then you can fly your way around, and that's what exactly he tries to do. The blimp for the town hall, the sneaky goblins are a brilliant play because the walls are touching, so you know there's no small bombs right there.
Yeah, great base read there by Young-kun. He's going to continue pathing down with this last Lava Hound that's going to be moving over toward that 9 o'clock position. It pops before it even reaches the air defenses, and there's no more tanking out in front for these balloons now. They just have to rely on the spell support and that Grand Warden to keep them on their final path to victory. The 2 stars are secured for Young-kun, but can he make it to 3, Carbon?
He's trying there. He's trying to push his way through this last scatter shot. The haste, one more haste out, but he doesn't have any more freezes, and the enemy Royal Champion is still standing right there, and unfortunately not going to have the push through the backside of this base, and that Eagle Artillery stayed up there, and how unfortunate. This is just going to be here in the 80%. Is he going to try to get up into the 90s? It's just that Royal Champion did some work hitting those loons, did not go down, and he just has these final minions. The Eagle is going to lock on and pick them off. I don't know if he's going to have enough here to get to the 90, but very nice try here to start it off for Vatang.
Defenses from Slenderman have divided and conquered these attackers. Those balloons were splattered completely by that scatter shot. No chance at being able to advance into the bottom side of that base. But the Eagle Artillery might be the MVP on defense here for Slenderman. So much splash damage, and as soon as those Lava Hounds go down, it's that big pack of balloons that's going to be taking the brunt of that force. They don't have a whole lot of hit points, and they really need support in terms of freeze or haste or something to get through this base a lot faster. Still an impressive finish here from Young-hun. A 2-star 91% will be setting a solid pace for Vatang.
Yeah, still a really solid performance, and we've been seeing Vatang always in the 90% when they get their 2 stars. That's a great place to be, especially when it comes down to the tie war on stars, because the tiebreaker is the percentage of the attack destroyed of the base there. But now we're coming in with Emery of Euronics Gaming, and we have the classic Yeti Smash, starting with the Grand Warden walk up on the top side. He's going to try to help set the funnels. We've been seeing so many times with these Yeti Smash attacks, sometimes the Yeti and the boulders move and they completely avoid the core and they run around. I do recall that a very similar base here where it started with the Grand Warden walk, and one of the biggest things that did not go down was the bomb tower, and it did end up getting the air defense, which caused the queen to walk around. The healers did transfer off on a very similar, if not this same base here the other day. But we'll have to see if he's able to get this charge to help charge all the way into the town hall, and hopefully the queen doesn't walk around.
Nice pathing so far, able to snipe down that Eagle Artillery. Emery is one of the strongest hitters for this Euronics Gaming squad, having picked up a 3-star already. He's got a 95% average destruction on these bases, so expect to see this whole thing go down or something very close to it. And yeah, just as you mentioned, Carbon, he's quite familiar with this sort of base design. Able to take out the Eagle Artillery early on is a huge boon for this raid and should give these Yetis a lot more space to make this push happen.
Yeah, absolutely. That jump spell is going to get him directly in here, not using the super wall break. And now the queen should easily use and take that jump spell into the core. Beautiful job. Healers need to transfer off to the Yetis and boulders to help them. It looks like they're so far back here. The lava hound's actually on the outside of the base, so that won't slow the queen down in the core. Now pops that Grand War internal tome, pushing his way through. Hogs are coming out of the siege barracks, but there is a lava hound that did just pop. The queen is onto the town hall. Still has a royal champion, but these hog riders, no, they're all gonna die off to the town hall, and there they go. The hogs are all gone. Oh no, how unfortunate.
Not able to power through. Those pups are actually providing quite a bit of an annoyance for Emery. Didn't really have the wizard and archers to deal with them as quickly as he might have hoped, and that's going to be a lot more damage on those hog riders as well. Ultimately, though, the town hall has been finished off, and Emery is doing his best to continue pushing along the top side of the space, but the 3-star attempt is going to be far away from getting the success that he was looking for here, just trying to clean up for as much percentage as he can along the outer edge. Ooh. Still has that royal champion ability in its last freeze, but oh, it's coming real close. The thing I'm most worried about, Carbon, though, is that there's still a lot of defenses along the outer edge.
The single target Inferno, if that goes down, this has a chance. No, the single does not go down right there. The royal champion would have been able to clutch up this base if it went down, but unfortunately I feel like he used that free spell too early on the single target Inferno, and these healers could have helped keep these Yetis alive and distracting, as the royal champion would have been able to move around, and that single is just going to roast through the rest of these troops and take them down. Really nice try right there.
Emre from Euronics Gaming bringing home an 85% 2-star. Still a solid effort, but like we saw yesterday, Woody, could this be the day of the single target Inferno? Oh my goodness, I don't know what to say really with that one.
It's the weekend of the single target Inferno. It's either that, the scatter shot, or the Eagle Artillery, 3 really powerful defensive buildings, but depending upon the sort of army composition that you bring, you have to focus on one or the other of them. The single target really effective at taking down archer queens, royal champions, while the scatter shot has been a lot better at finishing off those big clumpy attacks like balloons, hog riders, and miners. But artillery has been an issue either way. And if you take it out early, as we just saw in that last raid, you still have a lot of other big defensive targets that you're gonna have to focus on, Carbon.
Yeah, absolutely. And it comes down to taking that Eagle Artillery down as quick as possible in the raids. If you leave it for the end, it's going to do so much damage, and it's caused a lot of times it's caused the fail in the raids. But man, especially that single target Inferno that we saw in that last raid, it just roasted through everything. If it was a multi, it would have been completely different. That's why you see single target Infernos now as the kind of meta in the bases for kind of defending. And now we're coming in with Lancelota coming in with the 37 hogs, the Zap hogs, trying to get that value, takes out that clan castle, and several defenses. Not only helps set the funnel, and as he's going to push his way around with the hogs for pathing, but he's going to try to charge this queen from the bottom side of the space. Biggest things you want to look for, how many bomb towers are still up. There's still 2 bomb towers here on the top and bottom side of the base, but unless the royal champion can help take care of one of them, he's going to send this blimp straight for this town hall, Woody.
The stakes could not be higher for this attack from Lancelota. Out of 3 wars yet over the past weekend so far, Vatang has a squad of 5 players, but only 2 of them have been able to put triples up on the board. Lancelota is one of them, best known for being one of the best strategic attackers in this clan. So let's see if he can put it together. He's got 3 headhunters that he's bringing to the army here. That's going to be used to snipe down heroes out here on this right side, targeting onto that royal champion early on, but he's holding on to 1 more, maybe for the king or the archer queen out on the backside. These hogs are going in deep, Carbon.
Oh yes, he's trying to push his way through right into this Eagle Artillery. Gonna try to take it down nice and early. Pushes his way through, but the enemy queen is still standing right there. Needs to help take her down. The king's gonna pop his ability on the enemy king. There's the freeze. And can this royal champion, the tornado trap is slowing down these hog riders. The scatter shots are gone. The biggest threat is we have this bomb tower with the splash damage. Plenty of hogs. The headhunter's gonna help take down that queen. Can these hogs push his way through here, Woody?
Cry havoc and let's slip the hogs of war. Lands Lotta for Vatang is ripping through this base. Still has a lot of defenses along the outside though, and those traps are not letting up any pressure on this attack. Hogs are going down to the very last sliver of health as the skeletons continue to stab away at them. Bony battlers doing their best to keep this base alive. 1 minute left for cleanup. Can Lancelot do it still with a Tesla and cannon on the outer edge?
Wow, look at the hogs got picked off there, but the Grand Warden depends on where these barbarians are going. What is this Warden doing? He needs to target onto the Tesla and the cannon with about 40 seconds left. They have beaten through the wall, which is going to help get the barbarians over to the outside. They can do a massive amount. Can he do it? Oh, he's pushing his way through. It's looking pretty solid.
Tesla's down. That's a lot of barbarians to have to contend with. These defenses are not holding up. Just one last cannon now under fire. 23 seconds to continue this path of destruction. Only 4% remains on this base. Lads Lotta has done it. The first 3-star that Vatang has scored in a long time, and a breath of new life for this squad.
Wow, he got that 3-star just in time, and Vatang getting the 3-star when they need it. Oh, I mean, they didn't get any triples in their last match. Their defenses were fantastic, but finally, they're getting the 3-star here now in the playoffs, and everything is on the line. We're taking a look at the replay. He did pop that Grand Warden ability beautifully in the beginning to push his way through to keep that momentum. And then the Royal Champion and the Headhunter helped clear the Queen in the core and just had enough to get this one done.
This is starting to remind me of the comeback run that Nova Esports was able to put up in the last qualifier last year. A team that was kind of struggling to put any 3-stars on the board slipped through into the playoffs, put every ounce of effort into preparing for these attacks, and then came out with a smashing success. A lot of people expected Vatang to be one of the strongest clans in this qualifier this month, but they were slipping up in the first couple of days. This could be their chance to turn everything around, upset all the predictions, and make it to the golden ticket at the end. But not if Crusaders got anything to say about it, Carbon.
Yeah, absolutely. Now Crusaders looking to come in with the Zap Hybrid, starting off with the Lightning, and then Blimp went in. Usually in these attacks, the lightning comes down so quick that you have to realize like which buildings and defenses got taken out. But as long he did take out several there, but the CC is still standing here in the core of this base, which means he's gonna have to deal with it with using that poison spell. Charging his Queen and getting some beautiful value. And now the King is going to be used on the top side here. There comes a Lava Hound. Headhunters does get the poison down. This Queen is getting slowed by the Headhunter. He's going to try to push his way through, setting the funnel from the top side. It looks like he's usually want to try to get the hybrid right in between your King and your Queen.
This is looking really good for Crusader, who's done a massive amount of damage with this Queen charge, sandwiching this base in between two heroes aimed for destruction. Crusader will continue the path of this annihilation through the core of this base, gutting out that Town Hall first, but he's a little bit low on spell support here, Carbon. He's only got one more freeze and one heal left to make it through a lot of these defenses. Archer Queen looking like a snack on the backside is starting to attack these hogs and not going to let up pressure anytime soon. We need a way to get to her and get to her fast. It's really only a minion that's starting to pick away at her. Miners are going to retarget, but she's still alive and dealing a ton of damage.
Yeah, the enemy King and Queen are going to do so much damage here on the backside. These Miners and Hogs have been just getting picked off one by one, and down they go. And now it's just a matter of trying to get a little bit more percentage. Does still have the Queen ability, but it was just too much, and the Queen was not able to get all the value towards that Town Hall. Started the hybrid pretty early, but oh, how unfortunate. It kind of just fell short there.
A really high value Queen Walk early on, knocking apart basically a quarter of this base, but a super high investment to ask of her to make it all the way to the enemy Queen and eliminate her before she can cause any trouble for the attacking Miners and Hogs. This two-stage attack was really well planned by Crusader, but just the timing did not go for him this time. A 2-star hit, and certainly this Queen's going to get a lot of cleanup along the outer edge. Maybe even past the 80% mark, taking down this Tesla farm on the right corner, but just not enough time to get the finishing blow. Crusader is going to stay behind for Euronics Gaming against a Vatang squad on a massive rampage now, just really tearing apart with a 95.5% average destruction off their first two attacks.
Yeah,
incredible. Oh, sorry. An incredible performance there. 83% 2-star from Crusader. Unfortunately falling short. Vatang ahead by a star going into this war. There's still a lot to play for, but Lancelotter manages to secure that 100% triple, putting up his average percentage across this qualifier at about 98% average. That is incredible, Woody.
Yeah, Euronics Gaming has got really brilliant defensive setups, but Vatang has got two clutch attackers in Warning and Lancelotta. The fact that Lancelotta was able to break through really swings the momentum from Euronics back to Vatang, and even just off these first two attacks gives them a lot of lifeblood to have coursing through their veins as they make their way into this third attack. Now it's going to be their other clutch hitter, Warning. Maybe the best attacker for Vatang, maybe the second best attacker, but nonetheless, one of the highest hit rate players for this squad and of this entire war right now. Let's see if he can live up to the hype and get another triple on board. If Vatang scores 8 stars off their first 3 attacks, I don't know what Euronics Gaming could possibly do to come back. They'd have to get triple after triple after triple, Carbon.
Yeah, and we're taking a look at Warning and look at his tournament stats at the bottom right. 3 attacks, 8 stars, averaging 99% right there. Warning gonna be coming in with the Suilalo, trying to get an amazing value with this hero charge into this bottom compartment. The Queen can even take out this Eagle artillery. He does have a poison spell. He even has a lightning spell. And what would be the purpose of the one lightning? Well, probably to be used on the headhunters that are trying to defend the base.
Alarm bells ringing through the base as Warning starts his attack, destroys the Eagle artillery, and that hero dive has done a ton of damage already. A third of this base obliterated by this early stage attack, and still a lot of spells left to use on the back end. 3 haste spells, and interestingly has brought a couple of skeleton spells. We didn't see a whole lot of that so far in this tournament, but really great at distracting enemy heroes and helping to take out that clan castle if you just need a little bit more oomph to get the job done. Poison goes down to help eliminate those headhunters that could cause a lot of trouble for that Grand Warden. He's coming in now to support this balloon army, and this is going to be an easy hit at the Town Hall. The 2-star is virtually guaranteed for Warning, but the 3 is going to be tough on the back end with a scatter shot in that left compartment, Carbon.
Yeah, he sends that Stone Slammer up to the top side. As long as the Grand Warden's flying around, he needs to take the Town Hall down. And there it is. The Grand Warden ability's off. Needs to somehow find this Queen. The skellies are on top of her. The balloons are making their way past. He has a few balloons on the backside as well with a freeze and a haste. But the Stone Slammer is still standing. Has yet to pop. Finally, it does. The Queen is down. Uses the freeze spell, hasting into the scatter. And he's got 3 balloons left. This is looking pretty solid.
Taking out that Queen was a huge blow to Emery's defenses. Warning has kept his Grand Warden alive and will continue to support the last remaining balloons on their final path through this base, knocking apart the last Tesla and going for the final defense here. This Expo is going down, Carbon, and the cleanup will start shortly thereafter. 2 more balloons still left in Warning's army comp, and he's going to spread them out along the outer edge. 30 seconds to make this thing happen.
Yeah, he's got the balloon on top. Beautiful use of saving that loon there for a cleanup. The minions are there, but can they help move their way there in time? The 94, he's getting a little bit of percent. Not too much time left. The minion, it's going to be close. Here we go. And Vatang have already have their first 3-star of this war. And there it is. Just 5, 4, 3. And there it is. Gets the 3-star for Warning of Vatang.
What an awesome performance. Vatang have got to be cheering on their teammates. This is exactly what they were hoping for to start this war off, with 2 out of 3 attacks being triples, 8 stars on the board, and a decisive lead against the Euronics Gaming squad that hasn't been able to find a single 3-star yet, even with their 2 strong hitters that have gone already. Take a look at this replay as you see that Grand Warden surviving an almost impossible encounter against an Archer Queen who needed only 1 more shot to finish him off. That might have made the difference in having enough forces to finish off the rest of the base at the end. Only several seconds left between that 3-star and a loss. Great job there to Warning and getting the job done.
Yes, absolutely great hit. Now we're going to be jumping into Slender Man's attack with the Zap Hog Riders. Does find a Tesla farm on the outside with some ground skellies that did pop, but he did clear that clan castle. So he's going to be able to try to get the value, and does even have a wall wrecker in tow to use to help potentially take the Town Hall down if he so chooses. But there is even the tornado trap is on the outside of this base there. And it is a multi-target Inferno, so not too big of an issue with a super wall break. Gonna charge his way through, and he opens the wall, and there's a second Skelly. And that is really important because then the ground Skellies will not be there when the Hogs are moving through, and that can be a huge difference in the attack.
Eagle artillery on the backside of the space could be a big problem for Slenderman. He's done an excellent job knocking through several really key defenses out here on the right corner, finishing off the Royal Champion and a scatter shot, and sitting in the wall wrecker now to bust through these outer layers and give a second wind to the early stage of this attack. Hog Riders love sticking next to that Grand Warden though, and they're going to need a lot of support to finish off the remainder of the space with only 2 heal spells and 1 freeze to help back them up. That Archer Queen is looking really deadly on defense, starting to engage the Hog Riders and taking pop shots here and there. What have we got to finish her off? Looks like, I think he's got an early Eternal Tome. That'll protect the Hogs nice and well early, Carbon.
Yeah, the Wall Wrecker never made it to the Town Hall. We're at risk of a 1-star here, or it's either a 1 or a 3-star. He had some sneaky goblins, but that Wall Wrecker got picked off so quick. Oh no, this Town Hall has not even been touched. There's no way this Town Hall is going to go down.
That is terrifying. What can Slenderman do? He's run out of forces already, and the defenses are still holding on strong. He's got 1 Yeti. Yeti Knight's jumping on there as it starts to activate the last line of defenses, but you're right. This is an absolute fail for Slenderman. One of the strongest attackers for Euronics Gaming has just fallen apart.
Yeah, how unfortunate. He was 2 for 2 in the previous 2 wars for Euronics Gaming, and this is going to be a 1-star. He really relied on that Wall Wrecker to take that Town Hall down, and it just got picked off way too quick. The Expo slowed it down, and you had to fight your way through the Expo as well. I'm just wondering, and so just in shock that he didn't have a backup plan for that Town Hall.
The best laid plans of Meissen and Off-Gang Agley, and even with a strong siege machine pulverizing those walls, it got heated up so quickly, had no chance to make it to the Town Hall. Look how far away it deployed. It didn't even make it to the walls adjacent to the Town Hall there. An incredible amount of defensive DPS dished out by Lance Lotta, and a massive surprise for Slenderman and the Euronics Gaming squad, which have now just basically lost all hope at advancing.
An absolutely devastating turn of events for Slenderman from Euronics Gaming, especially when you have a team like Vatang who are absolutely breathing down your necks, just putting in triple after triple, and then you come in with a 1-star. And yes, like you've already mentioned, Woody, he was the #1 player, like the MVP for Euronics Gaming so far, with a perfect record. And unfortunately, that's what happens in Clash of Clans esports. Anything can happen, Carbon.
Yes, absolutely. You have to have that backup plan to save the 2-stars. And when he dropped the Royal Champion with the Hogs, everything went out the window, and the Town Hall was not going down. The moment I saw that Wall Wrecker pop, I was just in shock because I didn't see anything to help secure that. But now we're coming in with the next attack from Vatang. Oh, can Zero get this with the Queen Charge Hog Riders? And even taking on a... Whoa. We've got a Wall Wrecker, and then we have a jump spell for this Queen, potentially, into the core. Okay, I am really curious now to see how we can get this value here.
Keep Zero on a victory march now. Vatang has crossed the Rubicon, and they're making their way to Rome, ready to claim that Imperial majesty, knocking out Euronics Gaming. Knockout's defenses here are going to start streaming out of the clan castle. A couple of headhunters backing up this Lava Hound up top could cause some trouble for the early stab here on the left side. Without that Archer Queen able to engage, that's going to be a difficult loss for the Barbarian King, but this Queen Charge is still able to power through. Healers doing their best to keep her topped off, but they're not in the range of that rage spell. Could cause some trouble for the support here, and Keep Zero's Queen's taking a lot of damage, Carbon.
Yeah, it does have 2 freezes, uses that one just perfectly, raises the Queen up, gets through the enemy Queen here, and still saving that Queen ability. It is so vitally important. Oh, look at this. He's going to be charging the Queen all the way across to this Town Hall, invest that jump spell, and he's going all out for that triple. Let's see if the Queen is going to step up. She is. Here's the Hogs. There's the heal spell for them, and the Queen should make her way to the Town Hall now on the backside.
Magnanimous in victory, they still won't let up any pressure on their foes. Keep Zero's Hog Rider army is ripping and tearing through these defenses. So few splash damage structures remain, but a scary Tesla trap has now popped up right in the bottom corner of the base. Could that split up the hogs and cause trouble for his attack, Carbon?
I mean, they have split off, but he's got the heal spell down south. The Queen, the Headhunter, is coming over to slow that Royal Champion down, and his Royal Champion has her shield still to use. The single target Inferno will take the Queen down. Is he gonna try to use the shield to help damage it a little bit? But this is looking good for another 3-star for Vatang here.
Vatang cannot be stopped! They have learned the lessons of their slim victory from yesterday and have applied that pressure to Euronics Gaming in a decisive lead. Their first 4 attacks putting them at 11 stars, more than they gained from 5 hits yesterday in their war. What a showing so far, and virtually guaranteed advancement to the grand finals for their shot at that golden ticket.
Absolutely beautiful attack right here. This is actually his first 3-star. He was all 2 stars previously. That was beautiful with that Queen charge, investing all the way. That could be a super risky attack, but he took it and it paid off for the 3-star. Vatang are showing their strength here, coming in with those triples. Unbelievable, especially after their last performance of not getting a single triple into that elimination match, but they're showing who they are and showing why they deserve to be here.
You love to see it if you're a fan of Vatang, watching these risky plays. Look, dropping all of his hogs on the opposite side of the town hall, relying on them to path through the entirety of the base and get that final finishing blow to deliver that 3-star strike, a 97.8% average destruction. I think that's the highest from any clan we've seen so far at this point in any war so far, Carbon.
Oh yeah, absolutely. It's just incredible. Vatang averaged such a high destruction percentage, but now we're jumping into the next attack for Euronics Gaming of Tim, and we're gonna try to see what he can do. Uses those lightnings there to help take down the single oh, wait a second. Where are the healers going onto the oh no! The air defense is still standing, which is gonna pick off these healers. Oh wow, how unfortunate.
Tim was relying hard on this Archer Queen to be able to knock down that air defense before the CC troops started streaming out. Got half of the hit points off of there, but she retargeted as soon as she started taking damage. Tim's healers are just getting pummeled now by an air defense that is surprising beyond all expectations, its ability to defend against this raid.
Yeah, we're gonna have to see if the Queen can stay alive through this. Oh, forced to pop that.
Oh my God, have the pump ability.
Oh man, as he's going to be pushing the Queen down towards this town hall. There is the King and the siege barracks being used on the top side.
Burnt.
Oh, yeah.
What ability, but he stays in Inferno range. This hero attack is just falling apart, rubbing salt in Tim's wounds, Carbon.
Oh man, and then now he's sending the hybrid straight into the top side. And you don't usually want to send it where the Queen's going because you want to help get that value for the Queen, but she just went right around that town hall there, pops that Grand War Internal Tome. He's going to have the hybrid in the core, only 1 heal left. Here comes the hogs from the siege barracks, but it's just with that Queen going around, healers have transferred, but there's 2 scatter shots. There's so much still up on the backside.
Sympathetic sadness from fans of Euronics Gaming, but I'm sure the schadenfreude of Vatang is enough to guarantee the winners will be happy to move on. Tim is really having a hard time continuing his way through the space, but he's not down and out just yet. Having knocked down the Eagle Artillery, those miners are going to path back onto the scatter shot now. A good result to follow up from a really difficult start for this raid. Archer Queen along the outer edge has no more healers to support her. She'll take down a few more buildings, but 3 stars is way too much to ask of the remaining cleanup troops. Look at that, still a single target Inferno sitting high and mighty next to that Grand Warden on the interior of the base. So much left on the outer edges, Carbon.
Yeah, unfortunate with the healers of the Queen in the very beginning getting picked off, losing them, and then realizing, forcing and sending the hybrid straight into the town hall to at least get the 2-star, but with that 1-star that they had, it was so unfortunate. And Vatang have been just putting on a show here in the playoffs. And man, unfortunate here for Euronics Gaming.
A string of unfortunate circumstances for Euronics Gaming, because Tim only manages to bring home a 2% 81, a two-star 81% attack, should I say? And so unfortunate considering Vatang are just pummeling them with these 100% 3 stars. You know what? Vatang are looking unstoppable going through, and they will be going through to the second stage of today, being the finals of this qualifier, Woody.
Yeah, hey, any given Sunday, right? Vatang have absolutely rewritten the history books now against a Euronics Gaming squad that scored 12 stars in both of their previous wars against tough opponents that had given them a lot to say about their success, but just like, where did it go? What happened? I don't know.
Yeah, well, we're now jumping into Vatang's final attack and coming in with the Zap Mass Hybrid. We don't have any healers on this charge. Completely gutted the core there with the blimp to help clear it. Oh, look at that. The Headhunter as well grabs that queen in that section. Now has some sneaky goblins to help additionally set the funnel, and still waiting to drop the king and the queen here.
Victory lap for Diff. Doesn't even need to make this attack happen, but hey, why not just get the highest percentage any team has seen so far? When you're going into the grand finals, that's really going to give you a big morale boost up against whichever opponent they're going to be facing off. Diff, the final attacker from Vatang, looking to make it a 14-star war. So close even to a perfect that this squad has got to be ecstatic about their performance. They're going to be sending in those hogs directly for the town hall. Not going to waste a single minute here. Diff, with 6 stars to his name, only off of those 3 attacks, hasn't yet tripled, but now might be his time, hot off of the success of his teammates, Carmen.
Yeah, we're going to have to see what Diff is trying to push his way through. Does have another heal and a freeze still to use, and that queen ability as he moves around. There are 2 bomb towers next to the Seagull Artillery. He's charging through, can drop the heal to cover all of this, and the Grand Warden is following straight in. He's going to have to try to protect. There's the heal right over the Eagle and the bomb tower, and he's trying to push his way. The Queen still has ability with the freeze left to use.
Still a little bit left for this raid. Those Hog Riders are making their way onto the Eagle Artillery, knocking it apart, and the outside of this raid is having a bit of trouble burning up that Grand Warden. The Inferno Tower there is starting to relock onto the Queen. She's got her ability, though, so will she use it now? No, it's going to be a freeze spell instead.
Yeah, with that freeze to protect that queen ability at all costs. The queen can pretty much reach everything except that sweeper. And, oh man, the queen's going to have to clear all this. There just looks like too much. No more healers to heal that queen up. No heal spells. And just lost the push on the backside of his base. But it's not going to matter because Vatang have put on a show here in this playoff match. What an incredible performance here from Vatang.
Yeah, nothing to lighten the load for Euronics Gaming. Vatang have just applied more and more weight with each attack, now coming away with a total of 13 stars from this war. One of the strongest wars we've seen yet, and as soon as that percentage updates, we might even be able to call the highest percentage destruction from any war we've seen so far at 95.8%. That is indeed the case. There was not a single war where any clan got more stars and more percentage than what Vatang just put on the board. An all-star performance from this squad.
Absolutely. Vatang coming in here, and I knew they were going to come in after that performance. They wanted to rebound, and that's exactly what they did. We're going to be jumping into the final attack from Naka of Euronics Gaming, and he is as well coming in with the Zap Lalo 30 balloons here, and uses those lightnings to help clear a bunch of the core, but he still has that clan castle. He's got no lightning from potential headhunters, no poison spell, so he's going all out here.
The core of the base has been annihilated with spell service from above. Mama said knock you out, and we'll see if he can get the job done. A Barbarian King along the outer edge, providing some additional funneling here. But this is a really weirdly shaped base for Knockout to have to approach, with 2 Lava Hounds and 27 balloons to support. There's like a big gap in the middle, so it looks like a donut now. He's going to have to path along the outer edge, and I wonder if he's going to go for the clockwise or counterclockwise sweep, but either way, he's got, it looks like still 3 air defenses up. Can this Urcha Queen reach that one in the top right position?
Yeah, the Queen should be able to help take it down. The Lava Hound is sitting right on top of it. Still has a Royal Champion to use. If he drops this Royal Champion anywhere with this Lalo, he's going to probably pull out anything that is ground targeting, like a Lava Hound or Ice Golem. And the Warden's following around, and nothing has come out of the clan castle. There is some sneaky goblins. The Lava Hound's pushing away. The Grand Warden's going to have to protect everything over the Town Hall. And he's pushing his way around. There is the Warden ability. All he needs to take it down. Still has a Royal Champion.
This is a few balloons for that ability, but not going to cause any trouble. They were all relatively well protected out behind a bunch of other balloons that got that Eternal Tome, but still a lot of balloons in the center now are going to get no value at all. The freeze spell there and that scatter shot going down a little bit too late to protect them from the massive damage output by Warning's defenses. Knockout drops the last freeze in his raid to support this final wave of balloons, supported by a Grand Warden as well, but that's just not enough damage to get through the rest of the space. That scatter shot is popping balloons left and right. No more Lava Hounds out in front to protect, and that's going to be it for Knockout's attack.
Yeah, unfortunately, I'm just super surprised why he didn't take a poison, and luckily he didn't need it because there was a Lava Hound and goblins inside of that clan capsule. But if there was anything else, like archers, witches, dragon, anything, that would have been devastating, but still gonna fall short here. Does have 2 more head-hunters he can use, has the minions around, but unfortunately it was not Euronics' day here today. They did a great performance in day 1 and day 2, but right here in the playoff match against Vatang, just fell short, and Vatang coming in with some solid, really great attacks, and also their defenses have been really strong.
Vatang shining bright like an adamantine diamond, Carbon.
Yes, man, it's just how unfortunate here for Euronics Gaming. They were doing so well coming in here, and the Zap Lala was not able to get it there, and Vatang are going to win this war right here.
Yes, that's right. Vatang taking this war 13 stars to 9 with a 95.8% average. Knockout from Euronics Gaming with a valiant effort there at the end, but unfortunately just not managing to close it down. Vatang will be advancing into the finals of this qualifier. Let's take a look at these stats here, Woody.
Up on screen now, you see the 3 players that